Right, I thought we'd have another chat about this bullshit on the screen, and in particular some stuff that's been surfacing in the mainstream news, which might seem to a more cynical person than myself to be an attempt to suppress and withhold some safe, cheap, effective, proven treatments in favour of pushing a experimental medical device. Possibly, maybe. So we have this guy says he has the and took the widely discredited horse drug ivermectin. The horse drug is a thing that's just turned up in the last couple of days, which is kind of interesting, I guess. Widely discredited. How discredited? I've got this study from Monash Biomedicine Discovery Institute. Lab experiments show anti-parasitic drug ivermectin eliminates SARS-CoV-2 in cells in 48 hours. That seems to be the general consensus among the medical experts and doctors, as opposed to the media and health bureaucracy. Interesting. So, another story that caught my eye last night on the telly box. I'll get rid of that. Was this guy basically taking the piss out of this guy, who under normal circumstances I'd probably say go for it, over also promoting the widely discredited horse drug. So I have for the a speech that Mr. Kelly here gave to the Australian Parliament back on the 18th of February this year regarding the widely discredited drug, and you can see for yourself what you think, make your own decision. I can report to the House that over the last week another 4 studies into ivermectin have been published. The first one, a peer-reviewed study out of Mexico, was a prospective trial involving 768 COVID patients. Its findings were that treatment with ivermectin lowered the risk of death by 77.7% and lowered the risk of hospitalisation by 67.4%. The second study in the last week was a double-blind randomised controlled trial out of Israel. The lead author was Professor Eli Schwartz. This study found that ivermectin was associated with an 80.7% lower risk of hospitalisation. The third one was a prophylaxis study from India that involved 3,523 healthcare workers. It found that ivermectin was associated with an 83% lower risk of COVID infection. The fourth study, a peer-reviewed study out of Egypt, was a non-randomised control of 62 blah 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 cases. I think you get the general idea, and that does seem to be the general consensus among health experts. I won't say health authorities, because the two I don't think can be used interchangeably. So we've got a number of doctors actually recommending these alternate treatments just for their efficiency and effectiveness, and the fact that they are drugs like quercetin, ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine have like decades of studies proving that they're actually safe and effective. Moreover, useful in early treatment. Like, why not? Why has there been no focus on early treatment? Why aren't we trying to keep people out of hospital and keep people out of the ICUs with these alternative, safe, effective treatment? He was that guy. Anyway, that's Barodi. We've got Zev Zelenko, who's a Ukrainian doctor who has his own recipe, his prophylaxis protocol, involving vitamin C, vitamin D, quercetin, and hydroxychloroquine, and ivermectin. So Zelenko is an interesting character in that he was the personal doctor of this guy, and you might remember when he got the in the middle of his campaign and was back on his feet within a week and out campaigning again, and very thankful to his medical team. Zelenko also treated this guy when he had the back last year. So yeah, that's just an interesting aside, I guess. We also have this guy, Peter McCulloch, who's developed his treatment protocol for the using a range of combination of drugs, and including zinc, including erythromycin, doxycycline, hydroxychloroquine, prednisone, aspirin. Anyway, it's quite an involved protocol. Anyway, all of this stuff is available, and all of these doctors have apparently been discredited and debunked by, well, not by other doctors and scientists, but by media shills and health bureaucrats who are repeatedly referred to their work and the treatments they recommend as widely discredited. So yeah, as I was saying, a more cynical person might wonder why these drugs and treatments are being said to be discredited by the media and even the Google machine. If you search on any of these doctors' names, you'll get 20 pages of fact checks and articles from The Guardian and so forth about how they've been discredited. Not even links to their personal websites or even their Wikipedia pages, which is interesting enough. Makes one suspect there might be a little more to this story than meets the eye. What do you think?